going on, everybody? Check it out, man. I'm Rob Odie. I'm in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave, and this is Spotlight 39, coming to you live just shortly after 8 p.m. That's my bad. I was dealing with some technical difficulties. It is what it is, but nonetheless, here we are, live and in charge. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, hit the thumbs up button, man. That's the only way YouTube's going to continue to push this thing out there. All that good stuff. Comment during the show if you got any questions, comments, concerns. Show my guys some love. I'll bring it up on the screen. So with that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's see who I have as my guest. What's going on, my man? How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
Look, man, I can't complain. It's what is it? It's Tuesday, Monday. What's tonight? I don't even know what tonight is, man. Monday night, right? So Monday Night Football. We got the
Yes, sir.
Giants and what is it? The Giants and Bucks.
Bucks. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So we got a mediocre football game. You know, we'll see how Tom Brady plays. If he plays well, it'd be fun to watch. But nonetheless, man, it ain't about that. This is about you, your program, and your dudes, man. So let's get into it. Go ahead, tell the world who you are, what you do. Give us a little background, all that good stuff, man. Let us just learn a little bit about who Coach Eubanks is.
Okay. Well, once again, I'm Coach Eubanks. I'm from Eagles Landing High School in McDonough, Georgia. This is my first year at the program. I'm the D-line coach as well as the recruiting coordinator for the program. I've been having a blast getting these young men out. We're going to show a few today. I'm very excited about that. But it's a new program. We're trying to get things going, brand new coaching staff, and we're changing the coach there. Coach Brown, Marcus Brown is our head coach, and he is doing one heck of a job down here.
Okay. So new coaching staff, first year, right? So we got a small sample size. Typically, you know, we talk about the program's history and all that, man, but, you know, we'll pause on that and we'll learn about, you know, what the new staff's doing, what the new culture looks like, you know, what you guys got going on, man. So kind of walk us through what your first season, you know, has looked like to this point. You know, are you guys in the playoffs? Did the season end? You know, walk me through what your season looked like, you know, good, bad, and ugly.
We did come up short of the playoffs this year. We did not make it this year. Um, our season did not turn out the way we wanted it to. But as far as the culture changing, the culture is changing here, and people are knowing that everybody's on notice. I will say that people do know about Eagles Landing High School now, since we have changed the culture. We are doing big things down there, and we're very excited about the change.
Good deal, man. So walk us through a little bit about the season. I know you said the season ended, you came up short, man, but you know, hit me with some highlights, man. What was some things that you took away that, you know, you learned from that were good, and then where are some opportunities that you see you want to build on, you know, going forward?
One thing we did notice, the weight room. I will say that the weight room. We had to get our guys in the weight room, and that's one thing that we're harping on this off season. That's what we
Okay.
came up maybe a little short. Some of these other programs we were going against, they overpowered us when it came down to maybe like that fourth quarter. But we fought every single game. We came up maybe just a couple of points short, but that's neither here or there. I think we are where we need to be, and I'm excited for the future. I'm really excited about the future.
That's awesome, man. So with the future, let's talk about some of the kids, man. So let's jump screens, right? Let's jump over
Okay.
here. There it is. So we already got it queued up here. I'm gonna let it go ahead and start playing, man. If you want to take it away and kind of just walk us through who we're watching, tell us a little bit about them, graduating class, and all that good stuff, man. I'll let you kind of take charge, and then obviously I'll chime in when I see something big.
All right. So this is JT Pendleton, one great kid. I'm telling you, he will keep you laughing all day long. But he stretches the field, as you can see right here. He's taking it to the end zone. He's one guy. He will stretch the field for you, but he can run every route in the route circle. Great kid. He also runs track. He runs the 400, 200, 4x1, and the 4x4. He did receive first team region this year. Currently does not have any offers. He has plenty of interest, and his recruiting trail is starting to buzz greatly. So we're looking to see
Okay.
some offers come soon, hopefully. His stats for this season: he had 40 catches, 10 touchdowns, and he had 1,012 receiving yards.
All right. So D-line coach ain't just a D-line coach, right? First up, you brought me a receiver. First up, I like it. I like it. I respect it.
Yes, sir.
So this is, and he's a senior, right? So these are
Oh,
senior
yeah.
film, class of
Yes, sir.
22.
Yes, sir.
And then you said he runs a 4.49. Is that
Uh,
still pretty accurate? That's what we got on Twitter. If he puts
that's
it on
that's
Twitter,
somewhere around that ballpark. I can't remember off the top of my head.
all right,
I just have what he runs in track, but I think it's around that ballpark, somewhere around there.
okay. So for JT, man, what would you say are a couple of his biggest strengths, man? Where does he stand out compared to the guy beside him?
That kid, if you throw the ball anywhere in the area, he's going to get it. He has some great hands. When I first met him, I wasn't quite sure. I was like, maybe a lot of people are just talking, but he proved me wrong. He will go get that ball no matter what, and he wants to score every time he touches the ball.
Okay. So on the flip side, man, where do you see an opportunity? And it's not an opportunity to say that he's not good at it. It's just where could he, go into this off season looking to sharpen some iron?
I would say probably getting maybe just a little bigger, a little stronger. But other than
Okay.
that, he has the hands. If it's up in the air, he's going up there and getting it. So I would say
Okay.
probably just.
And then as far as his recruiting, you said it's starting to kind of spice up a little bit now, man. Where does he stand currently in his recruiting process?
Um, he's been on a couple of visits. I know West Georgia is showing some interest. Southeast Missouri has shown some interest. A couple of the FCS programs have shown interest. As I stated a few minutes ago, we're hoping to see some triggers getting pulled very soon. So,
Okay. So look, we got through probably about just about three-quarter of his film, man. I'll let this last play happen, and then we will queue up Chris. Is it Chris Brown?
yes, sir.
Chris Breezy, right? So not the artist, not Tappahannock, Virginia, you know, Chris Breezy. This is look, Eagles landing Chris Brown, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eagles land and Chris Brown.
All right. So look, man, here's Chris Brown. Walk us through D1 Breezy.
All right. This was my anchor down at the D line. This kid right here, I would have to fuss at him all the time, just get onto him because I'm a tough coach. But this kid, when he straps up and when he hits the field, he's a baller. He's
Okay.
looking for it. He's determined. He's not letting nobody block him. He's also a wrestler. Think he transferred this year, but I think at his previous school he won state. Um, he also earned first team region.
Okay. So he's
I
got some accolades under his belt. He
I
you
think
said
he
he wrestles,
has.
man, which is huge.
Yes,
So
sir.
look, man, if you're a big dude, you're on the line, offense or defense, man. Highly suggest you go and wrestle. And if you're a
Yes.
skilled position, you better be running track. Track is key. Wrestling is key because look, wrestling not only does it help obviously with strength and conditioning, but it also helps with technique. I've had a lot of dudes on here that talk about how much wrestling has helped with their technique, and Griffin Scruggs being one of them, man. Like, he was big on it. He made it
Right.
very clear, man. You better be out there wrestling during the all season if you're on the line.
Oh, oh yeah. I have two. I had two of my guys that were on my D line, my starting D line that wrestled.
Okay. So with Chris, man, what's his graduating class?
He's also a senior, class of 2022.
Okay.
He currently has two offers right now, and he's another one. His recruiting buzz is starting to heat up, and we're looking to UT Martin. I just got off the phone with them about a week ago, and they're showing a heavy interest in him as well. So we're
Very
looking
nice.
for things heat up with this recruiting trail.
Awesome. So, same thing for Chris, man. What would you say two of his biggest strengths are that make him stand out compared to the guy beside him?
I would say his strength, and he has his motor. I just one thing with his motor, I just would say just continue to push and be a little bit more consistent. But his strength is his motor and his strength. his power.
Okay. So what about opportunity? Where do you see him this offseason? What does he need to put some focus on to sharpen his craft?
I would say just continue because you're going to the next level. Just continue to work and get in shape. There's never a time to just take a break, to be honest, and step away. Just continue to work and get in the best shape possible.
No, so that goes back to your original statement, right? The weight room. That's a
Exactly.
team focus
Yes,
area,
sir.
and that seems to be
Sure.
the story of the day, right? So far we're
It
two
is.
for two, and they can both stand to use a little bit more work in a weight room, which by no means is a bad thing. It's no knock on anybody, but you like you said, fourth quarter, man, it shows, right? It
Yes,
comes
sir.
down it comes down to that that stamina, that strength, that conditioning, and if the tank's on E, it's a little hard to keep up. So
Exactly.
very cool, man. Anything else we want to talk about, Mr. Chris, before we jump out of here and then get to my man Terrence?
Oh, I would just say, any college coaches that's paying attention right now, you got my Twitter hit up right there. Hit me up and check these guys out.
All right, much respect there. So look, let's close out this last play, and then there we go. And then we're gonna pull up my man Terrence. Terrence Hill, right? Great young
Yes, sir.
man, great character. Speaks very well, represents himself incredibly well. That's what I know of him. You coach him. You tell me, man. What are we gonna see in this film? And if I'm not mistaken, Terrence, he's a senior as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also a
Yeah.
senior.
Yeah. So go ahead and talk. Tell us a little bit more about Terrence and what we see in this film.
So Terrence is basically the quarterback of the defense. He will make sure
Okay.
everybody is where they need to be. I love that kid to death. He's that kid. He's in the weight room. You don't have to say nothing to him twice. You put it out there one time, he's on it, and he makes sure he does it to the best of his ability. I know we one time I seen him. We was on a break. He was over there in the corner watching film. Everybody else was hanging out, talking, having a good time. Terrence was over there watching film. He's that type of kid. He loves to
Well,
work.
that's it, man. And that's the only way you're gonna sharpen iron, right? You got to sharpen
Yes,
the
sir.
skill set. You got to know what you're getting involved with, right? You got to watch film from your game. That's the only way you're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get better. But then you got to watch film for those that you're playing. That way
Oh
you
yeah.
know how to plan and prep. So film study is big, and if you've got that in high school, you've got that passion for it, man. It's definitely gonna take you very far to the next level because a lot of times kids transition to college and they have trouble in the film room. So that's a big thing to have at an early age.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Love the
what
kid.
would you say? Yeah. So what would you say are two of his biggest strengths, or not necessarily two, man? Maybe he's got three or four, but hit me with a couple of his biggest strengths that really make him stand out.
His mindset. His main one is the mindset. Like I said, he's the quarterback, smart kid, big football IQ. You throw things at him, he's able to break it down and dissect it. He, like I said, he put everybody in the right spot when it came to that defense. If I had any of my D line might have been out of place, he makes sure they're slid, moved them over, and get them into the right spot.
Okay.
Um, that type of kid. We definitely gonna miss him next year. I will say that.
So with that, what would you say something he should look to focus on this all season, man, as he prepares to hopefully play at the next level?
I know everybody's probably tired of hearing this, but I'm gonna preach it again. That weight room just continue to get bigger and stronger. With him being a linebacker, you're gonna be a thumper. So you're gonna take on a lot of contact. You got to go against linemen. You got to take on running backs. You got to take on tight ends. So just getting stronger.
Okay, good deal. So recruiting wise, what's his recruiting look like?
So right now he currently has one offer. Once again, we have a few schools that are showing some big time interest. Just being patient and waiting to see what those schools do.
Look, man, and I've been doing a disservice this entire time. I was replaying JT's film, and I was scratching my head trying to figure out. We're talking linebacker, and I'm not seeing my man Terrence banging nobody on the field. So
I
look,
noticed I looked at one play and I saw a pass. I was like, hold
right.
on one second.
So look, JT, you're welcome. You got a little extra exposure, But let's get back to my man Terrence, man. Much deserved. We're gonna let this ride out for a few minutes and just
Okay.
talk about it. So I think I cut you off. But what's his recruiting look like right now?
Once again, he has one offer. Has a few other schools that are showing some interest. Just like I said, it's still kind of early in the recruiting game, so we're just being patient and waiting on those guys to give us that call.
Okay.
His stats
And
for this year: he had 114 total tackles, 81 solo, 10 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 1 sack, and 1 receiving touchdown.
okay. So we had a pretty solid season.
Yes, sir.
So while we watch this, out of the three guys that we've watched, man, where would you, let me figure out how to word it. So you coming in as a new coach year one, right?
Right.
What,
Right.
what does the development look like, from when you got there to where these guys are finishing their high school football careers?
We've changed. It's an increase. I will say that we're going up. So like I said, this is our first year there. I know the year before the program didn't win a game. Um,
Oh wow.
so the mindset was different there and everything like that. And we came in, this new coaching staff, which I'm a part of. We came in and we're still working on it. Everybody knows that if you're a coach, it's a work in progress. But we're changing the mindset and changing the culture of these young men to understand just to continue to work. And it's a grind. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. You got to have that mindset. You got to have a different mindset.
That's exactly it. I like it. I like it, man. So look, what else can you tell us about any of these dudes? While I give my guys some more airplay, man. Spice these dudes up. Give us some knowledge that we don't already know.
These young men right here, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that because I'm their coach. These kids are they're a diamond in the rough. You do not want to pass up on these kids. If you get them on your roster, you got a great one. I'm telling you now, these are kids. They're yes sir, no sir type of kids. Very respectful, no trouble. They come work, they do what they got to do, and that's pretty much all I can say on that. They're great kids. I love them to death. To be honest, I wish we could have them longer than we had them, but we only was able to get them for 1 year.
So you got them for a season, then you get to watch them move on to hopefully play at the next level, right? So all three of these dudes at least have a offer, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these three young men will be going to play some level of some form of next level ball, which is that's a blessing in itself, man. So look, let's get back. We done watched some film. We done talked about these dudes, man. Let's come back full circle. Let's close this thing out, right? So
Yes, sir.
this off season for you and for the program, man, what are you guys gonna do to help build on that culture that you started this year?
Well, right now, we pretty much had no break. As soon as our last game was over with, our new strength and conditioning coach, he took over the program, and he had the weight room open almost every day. Uh,
Okay.
he so he's making sure the kids can have some time to get up in there. He has a program put together to make sure the kids are working. We're really trying to change it where we can really continue to compete at a high level against these programs and come out benefiting on the other end of the spectrum than we have been. As far as recruiting, once again, I'm the recruiting coordinator. I'm constantly pushing these kids out here daily. Talking to college coaches every single day, marketing these kids, promoting these kids, doing everything I got to do to try to find these young men a future home.
Good deal. Now, as far as not necessarily these guys, but the guys that are going to come back next year, right? The guys that you're going to continue to build on and all that good stuff. Um, are there, do they have any, I guess 7-on-7s? Do they have any, trench mob type, big man challenges? Any of your guys have those types of events lined up, for their off season? Or are you guys going to stick, more of a football family and kind of do things together? What is that going to look like?
Last year, I think we might have the same schedule. I'm not quite sure just yet.
Okay.
I know last year we did a lot of things as a family, as a team. We did do 7-on-7. We did do some team camps and things like that that helped us a lot. So we might do the same thing. I'm not sure at this time.
Okay. So look, man, before we close this thing out, let me hand you the floor, right? Open forum. You can shout anybody out that, obviously has helped you personally along your journey. You can shout some more kids out if you just want to throw some names out there and maybe what they do, their graduating class, man. I'll leave it up to you. But the floor is yours, and then I'm going to close it out.
All right. First and foremost, I want to thank my head coach, Coach Marcus Brown. You can hit him up on Twitter at That's Coach Brown. That's my head man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. So thank him for the opportunity. Any college coaches that's watching this, hit me up on Twitter. I repeat, hit me up on Twitter. I have over 20 seniors, and I'm looking for future homes for all these kids. Yes, I'm looking for homes for them. So hit me up. And our future is bright. I got 2023 kids, and there's some big time players. I got a couple more receivers. I have a quarterback. So our future is bright as well. So even though we have a big senior class, our future is bright. We have some great kids here, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
Good deal, man. So look, Coach, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you jumping on, sharing, obviously some insight on some great kids. One of which I've had on the show, and I'll tell you, like I tell the world, man, I got an open invite for anybody and everybody that wants to jump on, right? So if you got kids and they want some more exposure, they want to share their story, on a one-on-one level. By all means, let's link up. I'll have them on. That's exactly what Spotlight 39 is here for, man. If you got kids that are ready to commit, I got a platform for them to do it and make it special, right? Regardless if they're committing to a D1 Power 5 or, a D3, man, it doesn't matter. We make these moments special for these kids because they truly deserve it. So, with that being said, I'm coming back, man. 8:45. I got a fantastic young man out of California, Mr. Jeremiah Ruffin. So make sure you tap in, show him some love, man, because we're going to be watching his film. We're going to be talking to him about his high school career, all that good stuff. So, look, Spotlight 39, Stack Week. Don't go anywhere. Coach, again, I appreciate you. I'm going to close this thing out with 39 Hearts, the nonprofit. Every strong athlete needs a strong heart. I appreciate you.